Today, we have a very special guest. And like I was saying the other time, sometimes you don't know how to pronounce people's names because you know them virtually. I actually met Sara Abiqwa in the beginning of 2019.
بقولها بحس حالي French when you say Sara Abiqwa.
Tell us who you are and what your real name is.
Actually, it was in the last meeting. آخر مرة أنا وياكي قعدنا. You were like Sara Abiqwa, and I was like, أنا سارة أبيقوة, بس it's nice. It makes me sound international.
You get to make things up in the virtual world.
Yeah, so أنا سارة أبيقوة. I'm a self-empowerment coach. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. It's been a dream for more than 5 years. أضل أحكي إنه I'm so interested من أنا صغيرة. I'm so interested in human behavior. I'm so interested in what makes people tick, what makes certain people thrive, whereas certain people do not. فكنت كتير interested بهذا الموضوع. So basically, I'm a self-empowerment coach. I work mainly with women. أنا born and raised بالأردن. عايشة لي 7 سنين بالكويت. بس يعني بقدر أقول إني إلي عايشة إلي عايشة هون 6 أشهر هلا. Because I came to visit my family. It was supposed to be a 3-week plan. It ended up being a 6-month plan. It wasn't expected at all. It's been such a journey. قد ما أقول لك سهاد ما بتتخيلي قد إيه it's been such a journey. ولساتني هلا هون. That's basically me in a nutshell.
When we did the conversation with Imani, some of the things that really resonated with our audience was the trusting the process, not trying to be in control, especially now when there is no control. So I thought that it would be super cool to have a little conversation with you, especially that you've been here for 6 months.
6 months.
I mean, like even on a physical level, I mean, you had a suitcase for 3 weeks.
3 weeks in بالشتاء. It's been such a roller coaster. وإذا بدي أحكي لك أكتر إشي جد تعلمته since we're talking about trust and surrender is to surrender to the process. اكتشفت إنه I literally have control over nothing in my life. But where I am now. And وما إجا كتير بسهولة. I resisted so much. أول ما سكر المطار, I cried so much. I had my moments where I needed to break down. Because the first instinct, especially as a coach, بيصير أنت دائما بينك وبين حالك إنه I'm okay. I know how to handle my emotions. I can be strong. بقدر أكون قوية. بقدر أكون إنه أتعامل مع الموقف بأكتر طريقة healthy إلي. بس I'm human. And I needed that moment to allow myself to break down. To allow myself to say إنه إيش عم بيصير بحياتي؟ This is hard. إنه أنا هون إلي 6 أشهر وما كنت عارفة حتى 6 أشهر. كنت مفكرة رح أعلق. كنت مفكرة بس قالوا لي رح تعلقي. قلت رح أعلق شهر.
بالضبط.
And I broke down إنه شهر وكيف وبعيد عن بيتي وبعيد عن جوزي و so much resistance. It ended up being 6 months. فقعدت مع حالي and I was like Sara, you always talk about helping people and helping yourself find inner peace. Don't wait to go back to Kuwait to find it now. وكنت دائما by the way أقول بس أرجع على الكويت برجع لماي روتين بالأكل. بس أرجع للكويت ببلش شغل. بس أرجع على الكويت بعمل. بس أرجع على الكويت. كنت دائما كأني عاملة بوز لحياتي وهذا البوز كان عم بيتعبني. So I was like, listen, now is your test to find your balance بهاي اللحظة اللي أنت فيها. This is exactly what I started working on. And it has been healing on so many levels. عشان to find balance بهذا المكان اللي فيه كتير uncertainty. سهاد سهل كتير صراحة نلاقي السعادة أو الراحة بالوقت اللي حياتنا فيه كتير سهلة. It's not easy to find balance and inner peace بالأوقات اللي حياتنا فيها صعبة. And that was the real test.
You know, one of the things that I find really interesting, it's actually an article you wrote for Scene. And it's about how sometimes doing something physical also helps. Like a lot of times if you want to, heal, they're like sit still, sit with yourself, sit in silence, do meditation. But you wrote a beautiful article about how being physical also is very therapeutic. And obviously you're a yoga instructor. So tell us how that actually was incorporated into your healing process.
Okay, that's a very, very interesting question because I actually worked with myself on the physical level هاي المرة to deal with a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, and I did it working with 2 things. I read a book كتير حبيته اسمه Burn Out وبتقول لك كيف إنه إحنا عنا the stress is like a cycle. فعندنا stress cycles where you get stressed بتحسي بالستريس الستريس بيطلع بجسمك and then you don't do anything with it you suppress it so day in and day out with هلا في كتير stressors حوالينا بتحسي كتير عم تحبسي stress بجسمك you physically start feeling disconnected فبتقولك كيف to actually help your body release that stress and they call it complete the stress cycle أكتر طريقة effective is using your body
حلو.
your physical body كيف what I started doing is بقولك if you go and do an intense physical activity ما بدي أسميها workout an activity because it might be dancing walking running yoga whatever you want to call it if you do it for 20 to 60 minutes a day it helps your body complete the stress cycle because بصير كأنك بدك ترجعي زمان لما كنا primitive humans إيش كان يسبب لنا stress أنا ماشية إجا أسد بده ياكلني أو حدا من قبيلة تانية بده يهجم علي صار عندي stress I either go in a fight or flight mode يا بحارب and then it comes to an end وبعرف إنه حدا فينا فاز حدا فينا خسر and I complete the stress cycle أو I run until the danger exactly أو I run until the danger is not there anymore وبحس my body completed that stress cycle لما مرات تطلعي و you have stress and you run توصلي لمرحلة وانت you're running تعرفي لما توصلي إنه
Yes.
there's this moment
I call it the hit.
yes that's the moment where you feel something
call it the hit.
shifted and you came back to balance
Yeah.
and that's the moment where you use your physical body through running and that's why I believe كتير إنه you can use your body مش بس your mind to come back to your own balance yeah
Okay, so you've been away from your husband for 6 months.
6 months
هلا it wasn't a traditional marriage. You chose someone special.
I felt there was something about him but I never knew what's going to happen بس حسيت تعرفي هذا الgut feeling that you get إنه there's something for me here by the way that's the thing that I teach my clients the most هلا is to live from the heart because inside us there's a voice of wisdom في صوت العقل اللي هو بيجي من انت كيف تربيتي المجتمع العادات والتقاليد كل إشي انت تبرمجتي عشان تفكري بطريقة معينة بس في صوت تاني جواتك مرات بيقول لك انه do something أو don't do something أو اعملي هاي البزنس opportunity it's good for you أو سهاد إنه غيري ستايلك باللبس أو اعملي إشي في صوت مرات جواتك ما بتفهمي من وين بيجي بس بيجي that's the voice أنا بسميه the inner wisdom أو the inner guide أو كلياتنا عنا جواتنا that voice that tells you do something listen to it هذا الفويس طلع لي بهداك الوقت ما كنت بعرف إشي لا عن السلف ديفلوبمنت ولا عن حالي بالضبط ولا عن حياتي ولا عن إشي بس بعرف إنه في إشي قال لي this guy is different وهلا we've been married for 8 years
Wow. And you've been in Kuwait the whole time.
Kuwait the whole time
Okay. Tell us about your first شوفي again
goosebumps.
one of those emotional people goosebumps هلا ببكي you know me you know بس tell us about your beginning in Kuwait.
oh my god okay so هاي الفترة بحياتي كانت أصعب فترة بكل حياتي أنا I lost my dad in 2009 and it was it was such a traumatic experience
شو كان عمرك لما توفى الوالد؟
كان عمري 20 yeah I was 20 وكانت كتير صدمة ومن كتر ما كانت صدمة I didn't deal with it هربت منها because it was the most painful thing I've ever been through in
انت
my
ويور
life
داد صحبة كتير
soulmates
اوف
يس حتى هي انا جوز بامس يا
الله يرحمه
تعيشي ابوي الحدا اللي كان بفهم علي من غير ما احكي انا بفهم عليه من غير ما يحكي دائما كنت احس كل حد بالبيت ما بفهمني غير هو he was able to see هلا انا بصير ايموشنال he was able to see through me مش بس يشوفني انا من برا و he was such a free spirit حدا بيحب انك انت عن جد تكوني انت هو اكثر حدا اخذت منه هذا الشيء بعدين I lost him in 2009 It was such a painful experience ما كنت أتعامل مع هذا الوجع I binged on everything درست جبت straight A's بهداك الفصل بالجامعة I binge watched shows كنت أضل طالعة مع صحباتي I did everything in extreme عشان ما بدي أقعد مع حالي وأفكر باللي صار up until رحت على الكويت I was me myself and I because عمر جوزي كان يروح الشغل من الصبح للساعة 6-7 المساء لحالي ببلد ما بعرف فيها أي حدا قاعدة مع حالي alone for the first time من وقت ما أبوي توفى everything I ever felt came to the surface ولأول مرة بحياتي I think I was depressed. الفرق الوحيد إني ما رحت على therapist حتى يقول لي إنه officially you're depressed. بس كنت كل ما أقعد أنا research إنه signs of being depressed يطلع لي كلهم. ما بقوم من التخت for 3-4 hours in the morning. I cry non-stop طول الوقت. مو قادرة أسيطر على my emotions. I don't have any energy to do anything. I was completely helpless and hopeless. كنت دائما أقول لعمر أنا حاسة حالي زي السمكة اللي حدا طلعها من المي and it's slowly dying. So it was a very tough year and a half. أول سنة ونص من حياتي.
مش بس هيك، من حياتك ببلد جديدة.
Yes.
وحياة زوجية. يعني it's not easy being married for the first year.
Exactly.
Yeah, فيعني
وإحنا كنا long distance. So
تخيلي.
أول مرة عم نعيش مع بعض بنفس البيت. أنا I'm going through all of these things. هو مو عارف كيف يتعامل معي، أنا مو عارفة كيف أتعامل مع حالي. الإشي الوحيد اللي حسيت ساعدنا بهديك الفترة إنه ما نبعد عن بعض، إني كنت أقول له شو عم بيصير معي.
Because a lot of people could shut down.
Exactly.
أكيد.
الإشي الوحيد اللي خلاني إني أنا عن جد أخذته كتير عن حب. يعني هو لما يقولوا حدا حب حياتي، هو حب حياتي.
هاي عمر.
وهاي تاني مرة بقولها باي ذا واي، بس هو عن جد he's that person بالنسبة إلي. فما كنت عمري بحياتي بدي أخلي هذا الإشي يبعدني عنه، فكنت أجي على حالي بس أقول له إنه أنا بعرف إني عم بمر بإشي صعب، بدي إياك تساعدني أو بدي أي حدا يساعدني، بدي أنا أساعد حالي بس مو قادرة أطلع من اللي أنا فيه. وبهديك اللحظة اللي كان الآها مومنت مش إني قعدت مع حالي إنه I actually have a choice. لما نكون مرات عم نغرق و you're in a dark place ما بتشوفي إنه في choice. صح؟ يعني you get in a place where you're in a very dark place بتحسي إنه there's nothing, there's no help, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. بهديك اللحظة اللي صحاني سهاد كان إنه سارة wake up, you have a choice.
أنا كمان هلأ صفنت لما قلتي you have a choice. Not only when a person is depressed for some odd reason, maybe you can actually explain it to me.
Yeah.
When someone is sad or in a situation where they are stuck, something in them wants to stay stuck.
Yeah.
You know, they are holding
easier.
on to something in the hope of fixing it because they want a particular outcome and then they're stuck.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have a choice is really an aha moment.
Exactly. وسهاد حبيت كثير لما قلتي إنه part of you wants to stay stuck. It's not that your soul wants to stay stuck, because your soul always wants the best for you in every moment. But it's easier to stay stuck. Because if I'm stuck, I don't have to get up in the morning. وبهديك اللحظة by the way كانت عن جد الآها مومنت إني قعدت مع حالي وقلت إنه I do have a choice بس I need to show up. وأول إشي عملته لهلا بتذكر talking about the body، بلشت to exercise in the morning. كنت أكون أكتر إشي بحياتي مش طايقة أعمله بهاي اللحظة إني أقوم to exercise، بس I made myself show up. So it's not easy. بس doing the right thing for you دائما feels right on the inside. It doesn't have to feel easy. It just needs to feel right. إنه عم بعمل إشي صح إلي بهاي اللحظة. It's only about the small steps. يعني دائما بنستنى إنه بدي إشي ينزل علي زي وحي إنه يصحيني على حياتي. لا، ما في إشي بيصير هيك بلحظة. في إشي بيصير one small step at a time of you choosing to show up for yourself. So for me it was working out in the morning. اطلعي من البيت، امشي برا. See this country that you're actually living in. قدمي على شغل عشان تحسي إنك you're part of a new life. ما تضلي معلقة حالك بحياتك القديمة. So I started taking small little steps. بس the accumulation of these small little steps هذا الإشي اللي خلاني أحس إنه okay I can breathe again. وشوي شوي life started to move again.
هلا going back to the interview with Amani.
Yeah.
I said follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
And then people reacted very strongly to that because everyone felt that their ego was playing, their mind was playing a much bigger role than they would have liked.
Yeah.
And therefore were unable to follow the universe.
Yeah.
Tell us, like you were a young girl in this house and you got this aha moment on a couch. A lot of us get aha moments and then it's over.
Yeah.
Then you go back to crying.
Exactly, yeah.
What is it? What advice would you give to the wonderful women that are watching us? You know, how do you connect with that inner voice and how do you listen to it? because there are so many factors that actually deter you from listening to it.
Yeah.
And I have like a couple of voices, you know, according, you must have all read The Untethered Soul.
Yeah.
And in the first chapter, it tells you to identify the different voices and maybe even give them names. So you know who's talking, you know? هاي النكدة, هاي اللي بخويفة, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in the book Untamed, she calls one of the voices in the head.
Glennon Doyle.
The crazy woman in the attic. Exactly. كلياتنا, I think we have this crazy woman in the attic.
And I have the self-absorbed woman. It's all about me. But so what do you tell them? Like you were sitting there, what made you move, like physically?
اوكي رح احكي لك السؤال اللي سالته لحالي لما كنت على الكاوتش. لقيت حالي هيك ناتشرلي بسال حالي انه ساره مين عم بتكوني؟ بهاي اللحظة مين عم بتكوني؟ عم بتكوني this depressed person that's so helpless، عم تبكي طول الوقت، في نكد بالموضوع عم بيكون. فمين عم بتكوني؟ Are you this person؟ عن جد because you're living a version of yourself. Are you this person؟ وفي جواتي إشي حكى لا، ما كنت عارفة أنا مين لسه، بس كنت عارفة إنه هذا الإشي مو أنا. This is not me. And it made me wake up شوي إنه طب ليه عم بعيش كل يوم a version of myself that's not even me؟ فصار في كأني عم بطلع على حالي from the outside and بحس that's the first step when you're going through anything is slow down and take a step back. Take a step back. لما أقول take a step back I mean get out of your own head. Because your head is the most, or your mind or your thoughts, they're the most powerful manipulator in your life. Because إحنا بكل لحظة بحياتنا we're not experiencing life. We're experiencing our thoughts about life. So خليني أربط لك إياها بهلأ هدول ال6 أشهر أوكي؟ قعدت أقول لحالي طب wait it is what it is. هذه هي الجملة اللي أنا هلأ عايشة الموتو تاع حياتي. It is what it is.
Out of curiosity أنت عندك أي فكرة أنت إمتى مروحة؟
لا.
Okay. Just wondering. عمر any idea؟
مرة حدا من أصحابي بيقول لي راح على workshop. أول ما دخل اللي بيعمل workshop بيقول لهم what's life؟ So كل حد صار يحكي like a philosophical answer that life is this and life is that. قال لهم life is meaningless. And we are meaning making machines.
حلو.
love
that's really a nice one.
صح?
We're going to put it on the screen. Yeah.
I love that. Life is meaningless and we are meaning making machines. إذا في شريط عم بلعب بحياتك stop it. Press stop, ايميل شريط، حطي شريط جديد. احكي لحالك a new story. the new story مش لازم تكون إنه حياتي أحلى إشي بالعالم. الإشي اللي كتير ساعدني قلت لحالي سارة بهذا الموقف اللي عم بتمري فيه what's really under your control. because لما تخلي كل your focus بموقف صعب على إشي مش تحت سيطرتك رح تتعبي. كتير رح تتعبي because رح تضلي عم كأنك أنت سمكة عم تسبح عكس التيار إنه خلص التيار ماشي. stop swimming against the current. في إشي بموقف حياتك عندك سيطرة عليه وفي أشياء ما عندك سيطرة عليها. ما عندك سيطرة عليه stop obsessing about. no need ما رح يساعدك. اللي عندك سيطرة عليه بتقولي لحالك what is it and you write it down. بيجيني أوقات بشتاق لبيتي طبعا، بشتاق لجوزي طبعا. I'm human. بس بهديك الأوقات I'm compassionate with myself. عادي سارة you're human, you feel sad, you miss your husband. ابكي. بس بعدين come back to what's really under your control.
So you do allow yourself to feel sad.
طبعا. قد ايه بتعب انك دائما تكوني بدك تكوني قوية. أنا دائما بقول that's not what it means to be a strong woman, to always be strong. Your strength is in your vulnerability. Your strength in allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to break down, allowing yourself to be excited, allowing yourself to celebrate your success. It's embracing every part of you, the light with the shadow. تقعدي مع حالك when you're crying تقولي it's okay. It's okay. أنت تقولي لحالك it's okay. ما تستني حدا من برا يجي يقول لك it's okay. أنت قولي it's okay. I'm going through a hard time. I allow myself. I allow myself. I allow myself. كلمة allow it's so important because إحنا أكتر ناس بنوقف مرات بطريق حالنا. You get a great idea. Who stops you? Most of the time it's you. You feel a feeling, you want to express it. Who stops you? Most of the time it's you. بلكي ما يتقبلوني، بلكي they'll judge me، بلكي ما يفهموني. We always stop in our own way. خلاص it's time to just allow yourself. Just be you with everything that comes through you. بس that's it.
That's actually an interesting point, especially on a not necessarily a business level, but like on an emotional level. When you, I think it was in the book Big Magic.
Yeah.
And ideas come by.
Yeah.
You either pick them up or you don't, and if you don't pick them up, someone else will. And I've always I've taught myself not recently, in the past couple of years, that if an idea comes and my gut says, oh, this is super cool,
Yeah.
I do something about it instantly. I think Oprah also said that at some point. You come up with this really amazing idea and you want to create an amazing TV show, blah blah blah. You need to do one single step so that you're kind of stuck.
Yes.
You make a phone call to the TV station, or you send an email and you're like, okay,
Oh my God, I need to
now
follow
I'm
through.
committed.
Yeah.
So that's another. Okay, so tell us.
Yeah.
If people want to connect with you, how are they going to connect with you? Because I feel that a lot of people will want to connect with you after our conversation.
Yeah,
So tell
I
them.
love that. So they can connect with me either through my Instagram page, SaraAbiqwa.com.
SaraAbiqwa.com.
So they can connect with me on my Instagram page. It's under my name. Or they can actually connect with me through my website. They can book like a free discovery call, 20 minutes, let's chat, see where they are. Or they can just like send me an email. The work that I do, Suhad, بس بدي أحكي إشي واحد. Why do I consider this my calling? One, because there was always something that pulled me to it. Like I followed other coaches. I read about self-development. So for everyone that's watching, you know your passion. We all came here with a passion. والpassion ما بيجي دائما again as something major. مرات بيجي as something certain people you follow on Instagram. Conversations you automatically find yourself having. أشياء بتشد انتباهك لما تروحي to a bookstore, a book on the shelf that's like, oh my God. This is what used to happen with me about in like human behavior and self-development. So I found that, but why do I call it my calling? Because it's what saved me. And it's what حتى هلا goosebumps, it's what made me be the person I am today. And that's why I feel it's such a privilege to be able to pass that on.
And you're passing it on beautifully.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jen.